what we are seeing happening in Gaza right now, the starvation of children, the preventable starvation of children, the continuing and in some cases increasing death and destruction in certain places, including at aid sites, it is immoral, it is unjust, and it's unacceptable, indefensible, and it requires a real response. For me, there are sort of three concrete steps moving forward, and some of them aren't going to be easy. The first is obviously there has to be a massive influx of humanitarian aid, far more than what we are now seeing. I believe the United Nations has to be completely allowed to fully operate the aid distribution. We know that the reports that Hamas was stealing aid from their operations were false. Two, um, we need more than a pause. There needs to be a ceasefire that ends Israel's military operation, period, that releases the hostages and puts us on a path toward a more sustainable peace. Thirdly, we have to get to the point where there is a two-state solution, where we have a Palestinian state that is existing next to an Israeli state, that guarantees that Israelis and Palestinians alike are safe and secure and have the right to self-determination within their own nation states. Look, Hamas committed a horrific terrorist attack on October 7th, but Israel is not without agency here. And the responsibility for the famine that we are seeing right now, that responsibility rests on the Netanyahu government for allowing the conditions, for facilitating the conditions with the aid blockade that have resulted in the death that we are seeing right now. And the responsibility lies with them to fully remedy this. And I think the outrage that you are seeing on both sides of the political aisle here and both sides of the political divide demonstrate that what is happening, if it doesn't change, will not only undermine U.S. and Israel's the U.S. and Israel's relationship, but it could get to a point where there is such widespread opposition that the dynamic is irretrievable.